Now, I noticed something during the break of the last segment, where it said that and going back to line 8. I know we're supposed to start line 9, but just bear with me because I'm stuck on Lot. Okay, and Syria also has joined with them. They have helped the children of Lot. Selah. Now, I'm looking at this like, who are the children of Lot? I thought Lot was supposed to be, he was righteous. Or was he? Let's go to Genesis 19. Let's go to Genesis 19. It's a lot in this right here. This is a lot in this whole thing with this Sodom and Gomorrah and Lot and his family and all. It's a lot in there. And I'm going to have to just go do a whole study just on that because, God just showed me some things. But, for the sake of time, I'm not going to be able to do that. But this is what I do want to show you. Who were the children of Lot? Well, let's go to Genesis 19 and let's look into, let's start with 30. Then Lot went up out of Zoar, and this is dealing with the sin of Lot. Went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountains, and his 2 daughters were with him, for he was afraid to dwell in Zoar, and he and his 2 daughters dwelt in a cave. Now the firstborn said to the younger, Our father is old, and there is no man on the earth to come into us, as is the custom of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve the lineage of our father, so the seed of the father. So they made their father drink wine that night, and their firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he did not know when she lay down or when she arose. Wickedness and sin. That's incest. Sleeping with your daddy. And now you have men raping and sleeping with their own daughters and sons now. 34. It happened on the next day that the firstborn said to the younger, Indeed, I lay with my father last night. Let us make him drink wine tonight also, and you go in and lie with him, that we may preserve the lineage of our father. There it is again, the seed of our father. 35. Then they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger rose and lay with him, and he did not know when she lay down or when she arose. 36. Thus both the daughters of Lot were with child by their father. The firstborn bore a son and called his name Moab. Same ones that's giving the Israelites right now a hard time. He is the father of the Moabites. Sounds familiar? He is the father of the Moabites to this day. 38. And the younger, she also bore a son and called his name Ben-Ami. He is the father of the people of Ammon to this day. And going all the way back to Psalm 84, Assyria also has joined with them. They have helped the children of Lot, Selah. And who are the children of Lot? The one that was mentioned in lines 6 and 7. Moab and Ammon. All right. And now we can move into line 9. Deal with them as with Midian, as with Syria, as with Jabin at the brook of Kishon, who perished at Endor, who became as refuge on the earth, or like that refuge, like rubble or whatever, or dung. Make their nobles like Orab and like Zeb. Yes, all their princes like Zebah and Zalmunna. 12. Who said, Let us take for ourselves the pastures of God for a possession. Now let's elaborate on 9. Now it sends us to Judges 4:15-24. Judges 4:15 and 24, that says, and the Lord routed Sisera and all his chariots and all his army with the edge of the sword before Barak. And Sisera alighted from his chariot and fled away on foot. But Barak pursued the chariots and the army as far as Harosheth Hagoyim, and all the army of Sisera fell by the edge of the sword. Not a man was left. However, Sisera had fled away on foot to the tent of Jael, the wife of Heber the Kenite, for there was peace between Jabin, king of Hazor, and the house of Heber the Kenite. And Jael went out to meet Sisera and said to him, turn aside, my lord, turn aside to me, do not fear. And when he had turned aside with her into the tent, she covered him with a blanket, or with a rug. 19, then he said to her, please give me a little water to drink, for I am thirsty. So she opened a jug of milk, gave him a drink, and covered him. And he said to her, stand at the door of the tent, and if any man comes and inquires of you, and says, is there any man here? You shall say no. Then Jael, Heber's wife, took a tent peg and took a hammer in her hand, and went softly to him and drove the peg into his temple, and it went down into the ground, for he was fast asleep and weary. So he died. And then as Barak pursued Sisera, Jael came out to meet him and said to him, come, I will show you the man whom you seek. And when he went into her tent, there lay Sisera dead with a peg in his temple. So on that day God subdued Jabin, king of Canaan, in the presence of the children of Israel. And the hand of the children of Israel grew stronger and stronger against Jabin, king of Canaan, and until they had destroyed Jabin, king of Canaan. All right. And then and then it gives us another reference scripture in Judges 5:20 and 21 that says, they fought from the heavens, the stars from their courses fought against Sisera. The torrent of Kishon swept away, that ancient torrent, the torrent of Kishon. O my soul, march on in strength. And then that sends us to Judges 4:7. That says, and against you I will deploy Sisera, the commander of Jabin's army, with his chariots and his multitude at the river Kishon, and I will deliver you into your hand, or draw him into your hand. And so all of this, God is reminding, Asaph is reminding God on what he had done with the Midianites and as with Sisera. All right, so we'll pick it up in line 10.